Hello and welcome to my video. Today, since it's the end of the year, I will talk about my top books for each month as a person who is easily entertained. For January, I think I've read about two books, but my favorite one was The Woman Warrior. I read it for school, and I just really like how the flow of the book is. It's one of the books that I wouldn't mind rereading parts of it. Gave it 5 out of 5. Next in February, I listened to the audiobook version of Legend of Lattes. It was the first type of cozy book I've read ever, and I really like how all the characters were encoded, no matter how late or early they were introduced in the story. Also, this was a 5 out of 5 for me. The next book is the fourth iteration of the Avatar book series and the second for Yang Chan, The Legacy of Yang Chan. If you've read like the first book, there was a character who got pregnant, and then the second book she had the baby. When you find out who the favorite part is, it throws you for a loop, and I love it. Overall, both of the Yang books are what the second Kyoshi book wanted to do, but actually succeeded in. In April, I read Ruby Before the Dawn. It's my favorite Ruby book that has came out, and it really does Sun and Vivi's character well because you really see who they are. And with Sun, you can kind of understand his character more, especially when you listen to the song Morning After Dawn, I think, from I think the fourth volume when he's with Blake. Like the rap part that really works with Sun. In May, I read Magical Girls Kira and a Maybe Space Princess. It's the first graphic novel I've read this year, but I really loved it. The one of the main premise of the story is that magical girls are a common thing, but they're like commercialized. So while you might not, well, some people know who the Mexico's girl's actual identity is, while some aren't. But how it works is that the main character, Kira, wants to be a Mexico girl, but she realized working with this first person is harder than it seems to be. I really recommend this book. This year is the first time I started reading the Percy Jackson series. So in June, my favorite book I read was the first one, The Lightning Thief. One of my favorite parts of the book, it could be because I'm 25, so I can like see stuff differently than a person who's like a young teenager can. But when Eric started explaining to Pussy how he screwed him over, and it's not clicking to him that Aries is one of the bad guys in stories, it's just so funny to me. It shows you that Pussy it cannot do anything by himself. In July, I think July is when I finished the War of the Olympians, but out of this one and the last one, I like the Battle of Olympic better. Overall, the Olympians one of my favorite books from the series, but it was enjoyable. But The Lost Hero, that's my August favorite book. That's probably my favorite book I've read so far. And I haven't started the Trials of Athea, I think. It's whatever and the book main book is. I haven't started that yet, but I love this book, Lost Hero. I think because as a trio, I didn't care for Percy, Annabeth, and Grover that much, but Jason and his friends, I just really enjoyed like their interactions with each other. In September, I listened to the audiobook version of Alice in the Wonderland or Alice Adventures in Wonderland. I really enjoyed it because I never seen the Disney Alice. I just know parts of it, but I enjoy Alice so much in this world. her getting frustrated is one of my favorite parts. Now in October, I listened to the audiobook version of The Daggers of Io. I loved it so much I bought the physical copy the next time I could. It's also started my love of the author's books because I read more after this. And even though it just came out like this year, I'm ready for the second one. She left it on a cliffhanger. I need to know what happened. In November, I read Witchling's House of Elephants. Even though this book came out October 1st, I had to get myself mentally prepared because this is the third book in the series, and I'm ready for the fourth. You can never go wrong with this book series. 5 out of 5. In December, I finished reading The Firekeeper, which is the second book out of the Storm Mother series, made by the same person who made The Daggers of Isle. I really enjoyed this book. It uses this also introduces some Mexican gods, but also do Maya gods. So it's a different from what type of gods I know. So I think that's why I enjoy it so much. So I'm learning more about a different culture. I really recommend this series to anyone. And I've read about 2 or 3 days because I got a Kindle at the time. So I just finished it in one go. And now I'm starting on the third one. Well, that's all I have to say about my used book. I've read about, well, a lot of manga this year. So that kind of adds to my reading list. So I think I've read about over 50 books, including all the manga I read, which is a lot. But down below, tell me what your favorite books are of each month or like the whole year, and how many books you read. Until then, I'll see you next time.